Hello everybody and welcome back to Vanilla Garden of Judgment. Last time the Fat, or whatever the fuck her name was, she turned out to be a bit of a freak. And I don't mean that in any good way, she is just a fucking weirdo. But without further ado, let's just get into it, eh? There's no way to take it as a good way, anyway. I learned that no matter how far I reached, there were pasts I couldn't get back, that the thing you won won't ever return. I didn't know the gears that kept this world ticking. I don't know the rules either. Just making sure. Okay, good. No, I actually knew a little. I lied. It was unfair. I didn't want to admit there was a life I could have saved. Blanco, I can't seem to find Lilith anywhere. Did you happen to see anything? Nah, she a freak. So you ran to me in a hurry. According to her, Lilith was missing. I didn't even do nothing to her. I just god damn, she can't take no for a fucking answer. Apparently she'd come to her room to bring her lunch. When she saw the door was open, she peeked inside. Stoyo, you have to just fucking kill Blanco. There's no way around it. You have to kill Blanco. He's here 1 damn day, 2 damn days. And all of your friends are gone. Connect the damn dots. He's not guilty, but you'd be 100% right to assume he was. Her room was empty, and when she searched the castle for her, she couldn't find it. Could she have gone to the forest? Seaman said that if you entered the forest, you would never return. The forest? Did she mean the one I had come from? It was true that the forest was precipitous. There was certainly no one that could leave once entering. It was a mere miracle I could reach the garden when I did. How would she go in there all by herself? Did she lose hope in this world, or was she searching for Seema? It wasn't an impossibility. She loved Seema. It'll be too late, Blanco. We must search for Lilith. You don't be a dick. I mean, sure, she was a bit weird, but you gotta look. I knew you would say that, Blanco. That's right. I couldn't stop myself here. If I didn't look for Lilith now, I would surely regret it. I'd ask myself why I didn't later on. Like I had of Seema. I could lose Lilith on top of Seema. I couldn't afford to be at a standstill. I swear to God, if this is the bad ending, I'm gonna be pissed. Lilith. I heard of Sawyer at the castle grounds, researching the area and didn't see any open doors. Was it safe to assume she had entered the forest? Follow the trail of depravity, you'll find her. Lilith. Where had she gone? What was she doing? Did she have to cause us this much worry? Cause us this much worry? Man, you need to shut the fuck up. Don't just go off on your own I believe she went into the forest after all. Would it be wise to go inside after her? Ooh, this is a bad idea. But it's also very interesting. This is the same fucking answer. I couldn't. You mustn't go alone, Blanco. We'll go with you. Please let me join you. Another thing. I wouldn't like to stay here all by myself. That is fair. If you were to leave, you'd be here all by yourself with nothing. To be fair, though, if you wait a month or two, another person might come by. That is true. Blanco. Hey, yo! I admonished the teary Sawyer and began my way into the thick forest. It felt the same as it had when I first came here. The ground was muddy and the forest was dark. If I wasn't careful, my mind would succumb to despair. I could feel death right by my side. Where was she? Where were you, Lilith? I wandered in forceful direction. Was there hope to be found in this search? I wondered if it would have been better to secure a lifeline or some other protection. I began to think that after the fact. What had Lilith been thinking? Was she enacting revenge against us? Or was she trying to off herself? Had she gotten fed up with her own desires? I don't know what had led Lilith into that forest. I had to go find her and ask her myself. How long had I walked? I had become fatigued and was breathing hard. I felt as if death was before my very eyes. The fatigue set into my bones, and just when I decided to stop walking, a white light shone into my eyes. God damn, it's... okay. Lilith was there, underneath the white sunlight that shone through the tree leaves. I had expected her to shout at me like usual, but instead she leapt into my arms with a sad look. Don't do nothing sus. I hate saying that word. Blanco, it was so scary here. It was like half your fault. Actually, not half your fault, it was all your fault. You couldn't take rejection with a damn. Why did you come? You can't leave when you come here. You know that, don't you? Oh, God. It's gonna be a damn confession. Hey, here. You don't chase after those who leave, right? So why did you? You're a moron. You're right, but... come on. Her words are angry, yet Lilith had a lonely smile on her face, tears in her eyes. It was only a short time which we could rejoice in our reunion. We wandered our way around the forest without knowing the road home. How many times had the sun risen and fallen? What was Sawyer doing? Was she still looking for us? Seema said that if you had entered the forest, you will never return. Her words had become the truth. Likely we would never leave this forest again. Both Lilith and I continued to walk around without food or drink, yet the forest showed no sign of giving way to the castle. Lilith and I were riddled with wounds. Oh yeah, totally wounded. You can tell by the fact that your clothes are completely intact. Don't get me wrong though, it's better that way. Eventually, we became so exhausted we could no longer move. Both collapsed at the base of a large tree, holding each other's hands. Hey, Blanco? There's something I haven't told you. Want to hear it? That you're a gold digger? Yeah. I was probably desperate. I was remembering how things had been my fault in the past, and other bad things. And I couldn't forgive myself. My thoughts were all screwed up. So I gave up. I wanted to give it all up. I remembered Seema said you can't leave past this forest. So, I came here on my own. Oh, not owned. It was lonely. I was all alone in the cold. I hadn't been paying attention to the happiness that was right in front of me. Yeah, this is a bad ending. If it's a good ending, it's a bad ending. We know this. There were people who would answer whatever dumb thing I had to say. There were people who had big enough hearts to accept me. Guess it was because you were all so close. That's I didn't realize. I got a good thumbnail. I'm an idiot. Sorry, Sawyer. I knew that she left me food in front of my door that day. Maybe she's mad at me. She was worried. So this is like all your fault. I just gotta like make sure that you know that. I guess we won't see each other anymore. I won't ever see her again. I should have faced it myself and apologized. Man, I'm an idiot. Yes. She closed her eyes and paused for a breath, then continued. When I saw you, it actually lifted my spirits. I was surprised you came. It made me happy. I really must like you. Now I get it. I think this is the real deal. To be fair though, your options were limited as hell. Now that lust isn't in the way, I mean, I don't really have the energy for anything. To get a confession at a time like this, it's like a drama or a novel. This time I knew the love was real. It wasn't a lust or a misattribution of arousal. It was from the bottom of her heart that she loved me for who I was. I guess we're gonna die soon, huh? I wanted to believe that the search I dedicated to myself had meant something. That I had helped Lilith think more positively than before. Don't let go of my hand, Blanco. Always and forever. Keep holding on. I must have loved Lilith too. That's why I can make the decision. I wanted to protect her. Blanco. Sorry. Lilith had noticed her own crimes. She had a change of heart and accepted herself. But it was too late. Thank you. It was too late for me to reply. She had already met her and her eyes were still slightly open. A single tear trailed down her cheek. I had no more strength left in me. The memories that had been etched to my being were slowly fading. I was losing my grip on the past. I was forgetting everything. Oh, I see. This is what it was meant to die. Baddened. Moratorium. Very interesting word there. Can't pronounce it worth shit. Well, that happened. I mean, probably still a better ending than whatever. He's gonna say no. To get the true ending, you just gotta be an ass. No, fuck her. I don't give a shit, man. Yeah, she's a freak, though. I recommended not following those who attempted to leave. The girl in white surfaced in my mind. Those words had come from the first day I had arrived here. I shouldn't follow those who leave. It was logical. If Lilith chose to leave us on her own will, it would be trouble for us to get involved. She could probably not want us to go after her. It would be so self-centered to stop that. It might be important to consider her decision. I love how, like, every decent human being decision you could make is just the wrong decision in this game. I forced myself to hold back my worry about Lilith's situation and soak my head. This wasn't even Lilith's. No. Sawyer's shoulders fell in despair, having read the determination on my face. Man, fuck that bitch. I still haven't apologized to Lilith. I wanted to say sorry for yesterday, and yet it wasn't Sawyer's fault. So she didn't need to feel guilty. Lilith chose to leave us behind. As a result, I chose not to chase after her. Let's walk our different paths. But that would not do things. What she gave me, her clumsy kindness and a smile, I wouldn't forget that. Thank you, and goodbye. Something tells me this is going to end poorly. It was all my fault. You fucking think? It happened again. My choices made her disappear. It was my fault Lilith was nowhere to be found. The way things were, wasn't it the same as her tossing me aside? It was because of that Seema and Lilith had went away. And you trying to blame this on her? It had become my decision, but the aftertaste was bitter. Now, as someone inside myself, I was still wishing for them to pop out of nowhere. I had to carry these new crimes on my shoulders and stand alone. My conscience torturing me with knowledge of my sins. I carried my heavy feet around the castle. Where could I go? I had nowhere to run to. I had to live my life out here. I had no other option. Would I disappear just like those two had someday? I didn't want to disappear. I didn't want to become nothing. I kept walking, my mind blank. I was unsteady on my feet. I was drowning in the sin that was myself and struggling. I couldn't smile like I could before. And here I chose all this. I chose to cast her aside. I couldn't go back. Even if I had made a mistake, life cruelly continued. My feet stopped in front of the staircase to the terrace. Oh, if I climbed these steps, would she be at the top? The pale girl who said that she would allow me to do whatever I liked? The mysterious girl who said I would always be free of guilt. I began to take myself up these stairs as if I was being called from above. It was as if I was expecting to find her and be consoled. I was being naive. Her presence was sweet like honey. She stood there on the terrace that let you drink in the world's beautiful scenery. Her long white hair blew in the wind as she gazed above. What troubles you so? The fact that I'm an asshole. Would she forgive me? Me who had laid my hand on not just one but two people's lives? I have told you this. In this place you are absolved of all crimes. You need not feel the burden of your sins, as you are free to do as you please. Yes, I had waited for those words. She would forgive me. I was being unfair. I was hoping that by someone telling me I was guiltless, I would feel just a little bit better. I was trying to set aside the fact that I tossed Lilith aside. You need not mourn. She has chosen her own path. Vanilla's words were ominous as always, but she gave me the forgiveness I sought. The way she did it was almost as if she was sneering down upon me, who had been tarnished in sin. Oh, we're gonna see we're gonna see Lilith now. Lilith send off. Yep, there she is, dying. I was about to lose consciousness. There was no one who'd come to help me. Of course not. Because I pushed everyone away. I chose to be a loner. I guess that's how things were. I knew it'd end up like this, but the predictable finale still made me sad. I still thirsted for something. Collapsing, I dried up and shriveled under the weight of the thirst of something I couldn't sate myself. I could no longer move. I think that I like to feel good. Or kick the bucket, but that didn't happen for me either. I'm sure I was hard to look at. I'm sure this is a tragic backstory, but blunt as hell. I'd learned to wait. I was gonna say I'd learned to wank, but that just sounds even more blunt. I'd learned to pleasure myself in middle school. That sounds only slightly better. Nothing satisfied me. No man could steal my heart. Selfless affection, words without feeling. It was lonely, it was boring, and it was frustrating. I didn't need empty love, I didn't want that. I wanted anyone really to understand me fully. To be fair, you are a damn open book in life. You are an open book. You want money? Do you want who the fuck you want to talk to, Scrooge McDuck? If I wasn't loved, if the love of another wouldn't reach my heart, it would shrivel and die. It felt good to wet my dried heart on my own. It wasn't satisfying, but it kept me from the edge. At least until I find someone who understood me. It wasn't enough. I needed more. And soon enough, I started treating people like they were stupid. I met people without a second thought. My frail heart began to dry the land that surrounded it. I suddenly noticed a flower that bloomed before me. This flower, it was the flower Seema had been growing, wasn't it? If I remembered right, it was the flower that grew in heaven according to her. Now I feel like I can understand why she tried so hard to keep it alive. You wanted to believe this was heaven, right? You wanted to change this hell that withered gardenias into a heaven by your own hands, didn't you? You tried all by yourself to do something as incredible as that, didn't you? I knew you wanted to believe that you'd arrived at heaven. If you had suffered in life trying your best, you wouldn't want that path to lead to hell, huh? I was always laughing and making someone else out to be the fool. I made you out to be a fool, Seema. Even though you had always tried your best. I had done the same to Adu and the others I cheated on too. But you see, even if you try what happened, you'll never go back to what you put in. That's why I put the people who worked hard down. I wanted to show them that it was pointless to try. I thought it was ugly when people tried hard. But was that really the truth? Maybe you're right, Seema. This place might have been heaven. It was wrong. It wasn't my place to talk about trying hard. After all, I never put my all into anything when I was alive. I was trying to justify not trying hard by treating other people like they were stupid. I did like I was better without giving the effort. I was the one who couldn't do anything. I held the people back. I could only put those who had tried to move forward down. I'm the stupid one. I liked feeling superior. It was good to look down on others, since it made me feel strong. I also didn't mind getting attention. I put my faith in beauty and charm and had begun to think I was special. I thought I could get away with anything. I developed that endless sea of self-centeredness within myself. How pitiful was I from other people's eyes. It was without a doubt that I had denied living forever in the castle of heaven. It was my choice to step into the force of hell. I thought I'd get forgiveness here, but I guess it would be the same no matter where I go. The words "you get what you deserve" fitted me perfectly at the time. You thought so too, didn't you, Seema? Weird. Why? Never thought flowers were pretty before. Things really changed this much when you're in death's door. I wanted to see Seema. If I could just see her, I could at least say sorry. I knew I couldn't see her anymore. I knew my wish wouldn't be granted. You always tried your best. Sorry I put you down for that. Sorry. And there you go with the white hair. I'm a bit confused on that. What's the symbolism in that? Because there's gotta be some sort of symbolism in that. Does it just mean you're dead if you have white hair? Chapter 4. Oh damn it, Soyo's next on the chopping block. Oh shit. I gotta save. And got a good title. So that was more vanilla Garden of Judgment. I don't feel this one was as bad as Seema. Cause Seema, she got fucking shafted. She got hella shafted. Like 80% of that was like Blanco's fault for not being a decent human being. You know? But Lilith, you know, I can understand rejecting Lilith. She was a bit crazy. But at the same time, you know, you gotta forgive, you gotta forget. For what it's worth, though, even the good ending ended up with both of them dying, so, you know, whatever. Anyway, though, see you guys next time, and bye.